Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Dave Sharpe. Welcome to Wake Up Legendary. I'm thrilled to be talking to you guys today. I'm excited. It's Monday, and we've got an amazing guest on this morning, and I'm excited to hear what she has to say. I'm excited to hear. I'm excited for you to hear what she has to say. Most importantly, if you guys are new to Legendary, we've got a little. Let's see here. We've got a little number. It's a little text message number. You can text it. It's right on the screen right there. You'll get a notification every time we go live, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern time. If you're wondering the production level of these, because maybe you've seen a lot online and you're wondering who you can trust, what you can trust, you might be skeptical. Just so you know, and Suzanne will confirm this here in a second, we bring our actual own community members, clients, affiliates, people who are actually using our platform and our education to build businesses with on the show every morning, 5 days a week, with absolutely no prep, with absolutely no, there's no staging, there's no scripted questions. The guests don't know what I'm going to ask them or what we're going to talk about. So if you're looking for honest and authentic conversation, if you're looking for real, something that's real, then tune in, get engaged with our community, go through our 15-day challenge, get into our blueprints if you can, and stay close in the middle of the boat of this community. And I guarantee you will evolve and move closer towards your goals. Okay. With that being said, I'm going to bring in our guest for today, Suzanne Perkins. How you doing, Suzanne?
Good. How are you?
I'm excellent. So you are, you were totally prepped. You know all the questions that I'm going to answer. You know exactly what we're going to talk about. Is that right?
No.
All right, cool. So
Which
you're
is
on your
a little
son's.
unnerving, by the way.
Which is a little unnerving, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we like it that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
more real that way, and it's like you never know what's gonna happen. So you made sure to tell me you're on your son's game, and I wanted to give you some feedback. It sounds beautiful. Hopefully, you can hear me
Good.
very clearly as well.
I can. Yes.
Okay, good. All right, so tell us who you are, Suzanne. I mean, you've got quite a what do they call that thing in the real world? A resume.
Yeah.
You've got quite a resume of seeing and experiencing different things online over the past it appeared, because I read your questionnaire. Just so everybody knows what I'm talking about. Oh, that's the script Dave's talking about. He's slipping up. No, we send everybody who comes on a questionnaire just so I can be a little bit more knowing and prepared. But see, the problem is, Suzanne, is I really don't read those until 30 seconds before we go live. So it really doesn't help me be any more prepared. But what I did notice when I scanned it is you've got, I don't know if it was 20 years or something, but you've got a wide range of experience of seeing different things online. And you've got a message for everybody today, which is don't quit. So I'm really interested how you're going to tie those two together and make that, why you chose that message today for people in the first place. So give us a little bit of your history and why you chose to kind of suggest that we talk about not quitting.
Well, honestly, about, I want to say, 20 years ago, I ran across something online. I was working a job out of my home running an irrigation company.
Uh-huh.
And it was affiliate marketing, and they told you how to post ads
Yeah.
and get people to your links, right? And so I got a domain name, and then, oh, lo and behold, I need hosting. So I get hosting, and as I go on and on, I'm like, I'm spending money, I'm not making money. So I backed out.
Yeah.
Plus, it was a little confusing to me. But then I went to work at GoDaddy and know all the ins and outs now of hosting and all that, and really wish that I'd have stuck with it back then. I could be a Diane Hochman. But anyways, I didn't. And so after GoDaddy, I was working at home running a daycare, and I started to try and get back into the online thing, and I kind of fell into network marketing. And the way that I ran into all of this is I was looking for a way to market my network marketing. So, because I don't like that going, I like marketing online.
Yeah.
So, just ran into Dave ran into you, obviously, but I
Yeah.
first was Todd and Leah Ray
Yep.
Getz,
Yep.
and their program on how to market on Twitter and Instagram,
Hmm.
which led me to you. And, it is kind of I know everybody teaches you to narrow a niche right off the bat, but
Yep.
sometimes you don't really know what you want to narrow a niche to, because um, there's products that I love that I think I would love to market as far as network marketing, but that really wasn't what I wanted. And as I got into it more, then I narrowed down and decided, yeah, I want this. I want affiliate marketing, and I do it via YouTube content mostly.
Yeah. So, um, what's interesting is that I'm familiar with Todd and Lee. Of course, they're in our mastermind. They're also contributors and trainers here in our community, and they're affiliates of ours, of course, and they're friends. Also, MLSP, which is another
Hmm.
platform that teaches network marketers how to market their business. I was originally, as a matter of fact, um, if you want to see something really absolutely unbelievable, I was actually, I don't know if I can get this. Let me see if I can pull this up. I was actually the member of the month back in 2009 or 2010 there. Okay. And if I can get this video to download here on I actually just found it on YouTube the other day. And okay, here it is. I'm going to share. I got to show you this. All right, hold on a second. Let me share my screen and show this to you. All right, so check this out. Can you see that?
Yes.
Oh my God. So I don't know if this girl Roxy still works there, but check this out. Tell me if you can hear this. Oh. Hey, my lead system coach. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
All right. To have you here. It is the beginning of Now I want to show you something. I'm going to go all the way to the end because she gave me a chance to say something like at the very end, and my message was sort of interesting. Listen to this. Influence, but you know what? I got to tell you that I believe in the underdogs, and just be, I feel that there's like three different kind of people. There's somebody, network marketing has a large sphere of influence, and then there's the hustler. Then there's the person who's willing to just go the extra mile, and then there's somebody who looks for to make an excuse. And I'm the middle. I'm the hustler. I'm somebody who came in with no experience, a small budget, didn't know what I was doing, but I was just willing to. And here's the secret: I just didn't quit. I just didn't stop, and I just, you know what? I just kept going, and you know what? In Twitter, my Now, is that something?
And you just can't. You just can't. I've been doing affiliate marketing for a year, a little over a year, probably a year and a half. Um, but went through, and I had been part of Legendary Marketer for a good little while when you offered a 30-day
Right.
boot camp. And I went through that along with Jonathan Montoya and Jake
Dom
Thornhill.
Bavaro and
Yep.
Jake Thornhill.
And then I started with my serious YouTube content at that point. And a year later, it can sometimes be a little depressing. I have to
Sure.
really read a lot. I'm a believer, so I'm in my Bible a lot, and that
Mhm.
keeps me motivated. And then I try to read some motivational or listen to motivational things, because there's been lots of days when I've walked around the house telling my kids, I'm done. I'm done. This is hard work and I'm done. And I'm okay with hard work, but zero profit.
Yeah.
And when I made 40 cents commission on Legendary Marketer, it was like I threw a party.
Yeah. Well,
So, and that was just the beginning. And then I made more. So,
well, we're also teaching our kids. They're watching us,
yeah.
and I've got a 4-year-old, and what's been really rewarding. I've got an older one. I've got a 4-year-old. I've got one on the way. And what's been rewarding for me, because I was so young when I had my first, this one, I'm a little bit more aware and present. I was 16 when I had my first, so you can understand that I was kind of I wasn't even developed.
Yeah.
But with this one, I've been able to see how my words have stayed in her head. So we were riding horses on Saturday. She takes lessons, and she was like, they were having her do a one hand, and she was saying literally out loud, Suzanne, like not even caring what anybody thought. She was like, "You can do it, Cece. You can do it, Cece. You can do it." And I taught her that. Here's what I taught her, Suzanne, that we have two voices in our head, and it's not schizophrenia.
Mm-mm.
It's just two voices. One that says you can do it. Now, in your faith, you may interpret this as the devil and God. It doesn't matter how you can use the tool, but it matters that you're aware of it and that you use it. And I taught her that we have two voices in our head: one that tries to talk us out of stuff, one that reminds us that we can do it. So, when you're feeling frustrated and when you're feeling down and when you're feeling like you do want to quit, particularly since your message today is don't quit, how are you able to bring yourself back? You mentioned a couple of things, your faith, you mentioned motivational tapes, but it's got to be something that's about you. It's got to be something what is it? I want to understand your psychology, and I want to understand why you keep coming back and why you don't quit.
I cry first.
Okay.
And one that releases a lot of icky emotions.
Sure.
So, contrary to
Understood.
popular belief, crying does help.
I agree. I think too many of us keep our feelings stuffed inside.
Yeah.
And we just become we just become full of it almost confuses us, right? Because
Right.
we're feeling so many feelings and we don't know what we're feeling. And then versus one of the most powerful things that I ever did was learn how to identify my feelings. That was a big step for me as a man. What am I actually even feeling? But go ahead. So you cry, you process your emotion.
Cry. A lot of times I pray.
Okay.
And then I remember that there's always a new morning, right? Tomorrow brings new things. And sometimes after a bad day, just the new morning is new. But yeah, I have also written down, it's actually in my Bible, just some goals.
Mm-hmm.
And I gave dates to them. And some of them, like some of the dates haven't come yet. And so I'm like, well, if they haven't come yet, then I can't quit before the date gets there at least.
Yeah.
So it's just things that but you're right. We do have two voices. And and when we're feeling negative, sometimes we have to really look in the mirror and convince the negative voice that I'm not quitting.
Yeah.
I'm not quitting. Well, and my one motivator is because if I hadn't quit 20 years ago, and that was because maybe the technology was too frustrating,
Sure.
or I felt like, why do I have to add hosting?
Yeah.
Why do I have to add this? Why do I have to add this thing? And it can sometimes feel like, oh, they're just sucking you in for more and more money when you don't realize the full picture. So yeah, my motivation is I shouldn't have quit 15 years ago.
Yeah.
20 years ago.
And you mentioned a couple of names on here, and a lot of those people that you've mentioned, whether it was Leah or Jake or Jonathan or Diane Hockman, which I've known for 10 years. You know, when you look at these people, even myself, when I look back at my journey, it is absolutely amazing what you can accomplish in 1 year of consistent and total dedication and action. And I'm talking about on one project, one business,
Right.
not tons, not, and I do agree that we get thrown in many communities and so forth of trying to choose a niche first too soon, or
Right.
like you, I was introduced to network marketing, and before you knew it, I was selling lotions, potions, and pills. And then 90 days later, I was like, hell, I don't really want to be selling lotions, potions, and pills. But what I do know, after I realized, which is something that, MLSP teaches, we teach it here. A lot of communities who I believe are trying to create independent versus dependent entrepreneurs teach that you are the brand. It doesn't matter what you're promoting on the back end.
Right.
Nobody should ever go out and wrap their car in a legendary wrap. Nobody should ever go out and wrap their car in an Herbalife wrap. You just shouldn't do that because you're the brand. And when we realize that, then it is time to go 100% and focus on our brand, which could be a YouTube channel. What does that mean? Well, it means that we begin to market and we begin to try to create a platform where we can drive traffic. You've chosen YouTube. Imagine, which I know this is painful, but it keeps you motivated in a sense. Imagine if you would have been posting one quality video per week for the past 10 years.
I know.
Not a video a day. Remember, you said that you did our 30-day video challenge. Not a video a day. One good quality video per week in the make money online space, or even if you turned around and marketed to network marketers, which is a wonderful niche because they're opportunity seekers.
Right.
They're looking to build their business just like you're, right? You were initially attracted online,
right?
Just like I was to build my network. That's how I got online too, Suzanne. I was running around chasing friends and family, putting signs in my yard, magnets on my truck, and I was going, this sucks. There's got to be a better way.
Yeah.
So I stumbled on the internet exactly like you did. But so looking forward, do you have that, okay, I can see into the future in terms of if I'm consistent and if I commit to the same message, to the same audience, what can happen over the course of a year, 2 years, 5 years? Is that sort of where your vision's at today?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You can see, one, I can see what a year's worth brought, but everything, and especially on YouTube, gains momentum as it gets going. And YouTube likes to also see that you're going to stick around. So, absolutely. It just, it drives you. And I like doing the YouTube content. That first video, I wasn't sure I was going to like it because I'm talking to nobody, and but I have really grown to like it.
Yeah. So, what type of content are you creating? What is your target audience on YouTube?
Teaching affiliate marketing, and then I do a lot of YouTube, how to improve your YouTube channel, how to get more views, get more watch time. So a lot of YouTube instruction, but it's teaching others to kind of start and grow their own online business with affiliate marketing.
Okay. Yeah. How are you looking at and targeting any network marketers?
I have not. I mean, I probably should, because that's really how I got into it. Initially, when I because I kind of started on Instagram and Twitter, and I built an audience on there before I started onto YouTube.
Yeah.
And some of my, like pictures with words on it, some of my memes and stuff were geared towards getting more leads.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. It just kind of didn't go very far, but that could have been maybe not enough time put into it.
Yeah. I mean, it's if you're doing something that's getting you results, that's fine. Hey Matt, if you're on, if you can throw me that link me to that network marketing funnel that was sort of a bridge page for our challenge funnel. I'd love to show that right now. Let me see if I could find that real quick.
Matt and I live in the same state.
Oh, nice. Nice. So you're in Arizona?
Yeah. I'm a little further south than he is, but
Yeah. So just this, the only reason why I asked you about the network marketing angle is because like what we realize is that that we can even on a YouTube channel, I can create different playlist. So I can have different topics on my YouTube channel. And by having different topics that are all sort of under the umbrella of network marketing, or excuse me, of make money online and sort of business online marketing, it gives me a chance to potentially tap into different audiences. And if what's important is after I film the video, the funnel that I send them to has a congruent message. Right. Which that hopefully that makes sense to everybody that's listening. So for example, with the network marketing niche, if I was to create a piece of content that was like, hey, struggling, chasing friends and family, like to learn how to generate leads online for your network marketing business, then I could send them to a funnel that says, hey, here's 15 ways to my top 15 or my top 5 ways to generate leads online. Create a quick PDF inside of Canva or even on a Word document and just turn it into a PDF and get them to opt in for that free gift. And then when they opt in on the bridge page, to have them, say, hey, quick, listen to this quick video and see how to grow your network marketing business with these online marketing skills or whatever. One of my favorite ads that I ever saw was actually from my buddy Aaron. Back in the day, there was a company called Carbon Copy Pro. And he said, I quit network marketing and now I'm XYZ result. Right. So it was like, kind of calling out to network marketers that, I quit and I'm doing this now. And it's such a simple angle. Like that angle is used in so many different scenarios, like I quit e-com and now I'm doing high ticket affiliate marketing, or I quit Amazon and now I'm doing drop shipping. Like it's a simple angle, but because I was in network marketing, I remember how hard that hit me. And it was like, I quit and now I'm doing this. So there's a lot of different, there's the only reason why I bring up the network marketing thing because that audience is they're already primed to be receptive to business opportunity, to marketing stuff. They're a buyer's audience. And a lot of times when we go after a super like cold generic audience, they have to be sort of convinced of a couple of things. The first thing they have to be convinced of is that like making money online is possible. And then they have to be convinced that this business model makes sense and is not a scam and they can make money with it. Whereas with network marketers, they're not skeptical that making money is possible. They just, So now you move on to the particular business model. Matt sent me this link. Thanks, Matt. And I wanted to show it to you. Let
And
me,
I do have in my playlists. Initially, I had started with some network marketing videos
yeah,
and MLM videos on, driving traffic. So I do have those in my playlist. Is just of late, I've been focusing more on the affiliate marketing. But yeah,
hold on. I'm not sure if he, say that one more time. Cause I wasn't, I was looking at something else.
you're fine. I said I do have some playlists when I first started out on YouTube. I focused a lot on generating leads.
Yeah.
And so a lot of that is directed towards MLM and network marketing. And
Right.
so I do have some playlists on my YouTube channel that are for network marketers. Just I haven't created one of those in probably 6 months. So that was
Well, it's it's totally up to you.
no, it's a good market.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I want to be careful of if you're already getting traction with a specific message on your YouTube channel,
Right.
then I'm not suggesting that you go off and switch, because from what I can tell, you've already done the, oh, I'm going to switch, and that seems to be something that you grapple with, right? Personally, is changing directions. You're not the only one, right?
Right.
Everybody on,
I have a YouTube video on shiny object
yeah,
syndrome. But
exactly,
but you have to do that a tiny bit. I mean, you do have to you can't constantly as a routine be switching, but sometimes in order to find what you like or what you love or what you're comfortable with, there is some switching.
sure.
So,
I totally agree. I mean, part of this is exploration of,
right.
just like you said, just even seeing what's out there, right? And I think that there's a certain time frame. I don't think, Suzanne, I don't know a single person that has done zero jumping
Switching,
shine.
right.
Like, I don't know a single person. So there is no magical unicorn person who comes in, totally focuses, and has massive success. It is, though, an act of discipline at a certain point to be able to say, look, I need to begin to unsubscribe from some list. I
Right.
need to begin to detach. Not that I don't still respect these people, but I need to detach from being so hanging on every word of this person because I look up to them, and all of a sudden they put this compelling post on Facebook that they're launching something new. And typically I need to know
Right.
myself, right?
Right.
I need
Right.
to know that oh God, that sounds good. I'm susceptible to good marketing, right? And it's sort of like a hypnotist when you go to a show, they bring people up on stage and they give them different commands because they're looking at who's the most influential people
Right.
in the audience, and they leave those people up on the stage. I have to know that I'm one of those people to good marketing. I'm one of those people that when I love a good marketing message, I love a good business opportunity, I love a good, something new and exciting. So I have to be aware of that. And for me, that's evolved into different things, Suzanne. I've had to spend less time on social media, spend no time on social media, unfollow people. And now I've gotten to a point after 10 years that I just kind of look at people and I just realize that, oh, that's going to take a lot of energy to be able to
Mhm.
totally switch gears and go chase that person down a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
And I kind of scroll. If I see something or I read an email, I say, good for them. That's interesting. I look at the angle that they took. I more study the marketing versus get sucked into the message.
Right.
Does that make sense?
It does. It does. And I've actually been able to see a few of those things myself and turn my head. But it takes practice.
Yeah.
You have to ask yourself, okay, wait, I'm pretty full right now. I'm pretty stretched.
Yeah.
Can I start marketing another? Oh, no, 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 no. Okay. Like you said, and move on. But it's tough sometimes.
So you have to apply logic to the emotion, because I think
Right.
people who are entrepreneurial and marketers and people in our industry, we really make decisions based off emotion.
Mm.
I mean, that's what we know, that most buying decisions are made. We make them based on emotion. We justify them based on logic. Oh man, this sounds really good. And then we look, well, I can make time. I've got, right. And then we justify it. We go in, we look at our calendar, whatever right. And so it really requires a bit of what I call, and what I learned actually in treatment back many years ago, I over E, intellect over emotion. I really have to think, because sure, I'd love to work with everybody. I'd love to do everything, but I have to look at it and process it through the old logic brain and say, hey, this really doesn't make sense for me. And
Right.
I think that it's a practice of self-care. And I also think it's a practice of, just being good to me, to say no, to
Yeah,
set boundaries. Do you agree with that?
I do. I
Because
do.
if I take on too much, Suzanne, I can become stressed out, and that is not good for me. So it is an act of self-care to actually say no to
To some,
other things
right.
that come across
Right.
my desk, and setting boundaries and saying no is the opposite of, people pleasing. And I think a lot of people get, like, they literally read an email and they think, oh, if I don't join this, whoever sent this email, which I'm just on a list, is literally going to be mad at me and disappointed in me, so I can't say no.
And I'm a people pleaser. So yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
But
So
it's a skill too. I mean, it can be learned, like you said. You can learn to start saying no or to start, I mean,
yeah, absolutely. And it sounds like you have, and you've got a lot of experience in this, and you've learned a lot of things along the way, and you are a more seasoned entrepreneur now, with more focus and a more understanding of how the industry works. And I don't think we ever stop learning,
no,
you
no,
know. I think that's
no,
one of the things that I like about this industry.
because then something new comes out, like TikTok not too long ago. So I put stuff up on TikTok. So, I mean, and now they've got reels on Instagram. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It's never ending. Yeah.
But even with content platforms, there there is an act, there is an opportunity to say no,
Yeah.
to say, I don't want to get spread too thin with my content creation, because then I can get into quantity over quality. I'm going to stay in my lane.
Hmm.
I'm going to stay committed to what I'm doing. So I think that this conversation about saying no, and about setting boundaries, it applies to so many different things in this industry, not just new opportunities, but new marketing platforms as well, right? Because you're
Right.
right, every day there's something new and shiny. There's
Yep.
a new platform, there's a new function inside of the platform, like you said.
Right.
So 2020 has been a crazy year for us all, right? But you are continuing. You have a daycare business and your online business.
Right.
And do you see yourself continuing to run these two businesses side by side into 2021 as well? Or tell us your
My
plan for the next 12 months.
my goal is to be done with daycare.
Okay.
It's probably more exhausting than all the content
I
creation.
can imagine. And I'm going to let you go, because I assume you probably have to get back to work, or do you have people there or kids
I
there
have
or
people
something?
there, yeah.
Okay. So
But
we're going to be done here in a second,
yeah.
because yeah. Sorry,
But
I got
so
a phone going
yeah,
off.
so that's my goal is to get, I mean, I'm on the spiral and it's going to keep snowballing. I know, and I know what I'm doing now, and
Hallelujah.
nailing down the content, And yeah, hopefully in 2021, I will be able to close my daycare doors.
Well, listen, thank you so much
Thank
for
you for
coming
having me.
on and sharing your experience in what you've been up to and giving people that message of hope to not quit and that reminder of, sometimes it's such an act, I think, of selflessness to say, hey, look, this is what my journeys look like, and let me share it with you so you can avoid some of those pitfalls. And that's also such a powerful thing to include in your content.
Right.
So I really hope that you're doing that, because your experience, there's no failures. Your experience is
Right.
so valuable to other people. And I hope that you'll remember that. And when you're creating content and you're sharing your message, I hope you'll do that confidently, knowing that it's not all about successes and big, money numbers, that it's as powerful to share with people to help them avoid pitfalls. Some
Right.
of and you've been through a lot of those, and it is such a courageous act, selfless act, and it can be profitable too. Okay. So good luck with everything. Check
Thank
back
you.
in with us. We're here to support you. If you need anything from me, email me, dave@legendarymarketer.com. Happy to help. Our support is to our whole community. And the last final word goes to you. Anything that you'd like to leave our viewers with?
Thank you also so much for having me on. I was stoked. um, yeah, you hear it time and time and time again. Even when I would hear it, I would think, "Oh, I don't care. I'm so frustrated right now. I'm going to quit." But if you can just, even if you put it down for the day, or quit for the day, get back up the next morning and go, go, go. Don't ever quit.
There it is. All right. Have a great day.
You too.
Okay.
Thank you.
Take
Mhm.
care. All right. See ya. All right, my friends, lots of thank you, Suzanne, in the comments. Let's blow that up for her, okay, and give her a wonderful standing digital ovation for coming on, taking the time out of her day, okay, and the people that she's working and serving with in all of her businesses to share time with us this morning. You guys have a fantastic day today. Okay. And we'll see you back here tomorrow for Wake Up Legendary, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Be legendary. Peace.